Now that we are so rich in this, our Esan culture, what do we do? How do we preserve? How do we preserve?
Preserve them.
Yeah.
From extinction.
Yeah. How do we save them from extinction?
Yeah. It's $1 million question. Saving them. That's why we are here. Because the documentation is key. How assessing the people that have this wealth of knowledge, like yourself, sir, is very important.
Yeah. There is, because it is a TV program, I want to just speak for you never can know where to go to.
Exactly.
All your no hidden, all your areto.
Areto.
Your areto.
Yeah.
All you see my own name now. So you see, we are the community. I believe could fair bokba. On no way go arere. On no more. Okay, roll waving. On no more. Okay, roll waving. But okay, the central focus no eba when I roll or other roll. Bese me that or is a hard meeting. Now form caretaker committee the village. Anyway, we are more chairman. Teacher is secretary.
Yeah, sir. Looking at the society today, so that there are various music that are almost taking over Esan music now and all that. And looking at the way you've explained, music is like a part of people's life.
Yeah.
Sir, what do we do to preserve Esan music from extinction? Looking at the competition of other music that is happening around us, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much for this question. We have a lot to do, but people should be desirous to help out, lest all these our cultural mores will vanish into the oblivion. I say this because I was sharing a testimony with Professor Zibili of how I approached somebody and said, I have a book on Esan proverbs. It has reached 90% completion stage. Would you want to support us so that we'll publish it? He said, no. No, he won't. He doesn't have that kind of resources. I said, okay. Some few days later, the friend with whom I went visiting the guy came and said, even that man was still complaining. Can you imagine? Prof was asking me for. So you see, people should people should learn to give back to the society.
Yeah.
I am not the author of these proverbs, but I can see they are scattered all over Esan. But what I have done is to pull all of them together so that our children will also find something to rely on, because the era of oral training is gone. It's gone. So we need to put down something concrete for them to see. Now let's talk about music. When any king is about to be coronated, you see committee members running around looking for where they can get one Ibabonelimi or what Ijelege, big man, where we can get the Adbenuje.
How do we get these ones?
How do we get them? So how will you get them when to whom much is given, much is expected? Did you give? Did you sow in there?
Okay.
Any reigning monarch is supposed to be the custodian of people's culture.
Yeah. And music is part of it.
How many musical ensembles is he funding?
No.
Look at our local governments where you have a cultural division, cultural units. They don't even have staff there. And they don't have any group they are funding. They are supported. So if the governor or even the president says he wants the Babonelli now, Arts and Culture Division should go, they are going to different promoters. Not that they have the one they have groomed on their own.
Just imagine.
In the old, before modernity came to erase everything, every village had these ensembles, Ibabonelli, Ijelege,
Yes.
and Sonogun.
Uleke too.
Uleke, yeah. But today, they are not there. It is not that it is the white man who is ruling us. We are the one ruling ourselves. So why is it so? Now, it is still not late. But I will tell you, in part, some people are doing what they can afford to do, even unknowingly that they are helping us. Helping us to preserve it. I'll give you an example. Okay, sir. There are musicians in Esan land. These musicians, I may not really see over half of them as composers.
No, then.
They are recycling our songs, our sonogo songs.
When they use guitar to
When you say so, it is a song we already know.
no, they just change the beating there.
So, and that is what we call progressive traditionalism. And, you know, we are moving them from this level. We are progressing, trying to see how we can launch them, how we can use guitar bands and all those ones to promote it. Yeah, if we had the keyboard now, I will play something for you like Melwa no myoji so Melwa no myoji so Melwa Awarema nalele Melwa Ayirokan. I play it on F. I play it using the piano. It flows. So if tomorrow anybody picks it from that level, well, again, some musicologists are also trying to document these songs. So what do? People should go into digitalization. Okay. These beautiful melodies can be notated using different apps. NoteScore, Sibelius, Finally, or whatever, to document the songs. There should be room for massive recording. Unfortunately, there's even no sound archive around this neighborhood.
There's no.
This Notoria district. Somebody should be there to drive that project. There should be a base. There was one year, one Professor Sean Okpebolo came from the US because he was writing an opera in the US and he needed African songs to use. He came. His university sponsored him to come. He came to Uromi. Professor Nyamikobo was the vice chancellor. The young man met with me, and I took him around. Unfortunately, you know, I wanted him to use more of Iyayi songs because I like those songs. And they don't work to time. And even they told me they will be starting by so and so time. We all drove there, and when we got there, they were still not ready. So we now had to just move around. I also gave him some few melodies that we had then, and he flew back. So if a white man out there will be helping to support our culture here, then what are we doing? So I will end by saying, I will say, let's shift ground. These people who are supposed to be custodians of our culture should show interest. Let them start by being patrons to 1 or 2, 3 ensembles in their domains. Then let them attract resources, funds, to support them so that they can succeed. Because it's no longer funny that a people once known to have music for every event is now in want for musicians.
Too bad. That's too bad, sir.
If there are incentives, they will still be rehearsing. Of course, they will still be practicing. They will still be performing. Incentives. People should give back to their culture. Not giving back is the reason why we have the extinction of a whole lot of dances.
Wow, what a great day, sir.